Hello, my name is Samantha. The Lord wanted me to share a testimony with you guys. Um, when my daughter was younger, her dad used to promise her that he had come get her. He never showed, or he had take he would buy he would tell her that he's gonna buy her stuff. Um, but he never showed. So my oldest well I just couldn't see the hurt in her eyes anymore, so I would take my this is when she was like 5, I want to say, and I would take her on the side of the bed and we would get down on our knees and I would teach my daughter to pray for him because I didn't want her to be bitter or angry to be angry at her dad. So I would have her to pray for him. And I was like, well, we gonna both forgive him. And I was like, for us to forgive him, we're gonna have to pray for him. And every night I will get on my knees, and get my baby on her knees, and we will pray for her dad. So after a while, I moved away from home, from where her dad was at, and I got married to my husband. My husband stepped up and became her dad. Um, this is when she turned 6, I want to say. I get a phone call from one of my cousins back home saying that her dad was unresponsive. He had got into a fight where someone broke his jaw, and he was on a vent tray, and it was going to pull the plug. And I'm like, oh God, I don't even know how I'm going to tell my daughter that her dad is gone. So I got on my knees. I started praying, like, God, please, please don't let anything happen to her dad. So my husband didn't want me driving back home by myself, so he drove me home, to my hometown, and he dropped me off with my dad, and I had my dad take me to the hospital. So when I walked in the room, I said, Tyree. He woke straight up and pulled that trach out of his mouth. Um, and from there on, he was back to his normal self. And his mom came up to me. She was like, "Oh my God, oh my God. I wish y'all two would have got married." I'm like, I didn't wake him up. God woke him up. I just prayed for him. Like, I prayed for him because even though that he wasn't there for my daughter, he's still important. He's still important. God still loves him. I care for him. But he's still important. And from time to time, I pray for him. Because he's still important. Even though he wasn't in my daughter's life, um, I forgive him. And I will continue to pray for him because, you know, everybody need prayer. I just I'm just so grateful that I have a relationship with the Lord because He has taught me how to forgive people and how to pray for them, and how to, even though sometimes I get upset with people, He just had me step back and pray for them, and it helps me to forgive them, and I still show them love and kindness. I don't have to be around them. I make sure I'm not around people that hurt me along the way, but I still pray for people because I would want somebody to pray for me. Even though I messed up, I want somebody to pray for me. I don't want nobody to talk down about me or talk about me. Just pray for me. Um, so that's what I do. I pray for others. And if they mistreat me, I just remove myself and I pray for them. But yeah, God, he brought my my daughter's dad back for her. I always pray that they have a close relationship. And to this day, I do. I still pray for that, but her and her stepdad now has a close relationship. They didn't get along when she became a teenager. She was running away from home. She was skipping school. She was just doing a lot. And I became frustrated. And I got in prayer and I was like, God, you have to help me with my child. Like, especially when she tried to commit suicide, scared me to death. I'm like, oh my God, God, you have to save my child. So he told me to write her dad. So I wrote her dad. He was in jail for something, I don't know. But I had wrote him and I was like, our daughter needs you. I need you to write your daughter a letter. Reach out to her. Let her know that you love her, something. So he did. After a couple weeks later, we got a letter from him. And she read it and her face just lit up. And he explained to him he was wrong for not being there for her, and he loved her and it wasn't nothing towards her or anything. And when they did the jail presents for to help the kids when they can buy their kids gifts and stuff, so we went to this church because they had reached out to us. We went to this church to pick up her gift, and it was this teddy bear, and she kept it, and she was like, this is the only thing my dad had bought me and it means a lot to me. And that really, even though he wasn't there for her, but he reached out when I needed him the most. It was appreciative. I really appreciate him for just reaching out to his daughter and let his daughter know, that he loved her and that, but I'm just so grateful that my daughter is healing, I'm so grateful that I taught my daughter how to pray and how to forgive people and how to have a relationship with the Lord. That is so important to me. I want my niece and nephews and I want my little ones, the babies, I want them to know how to have a relationship with the Lord, because I'm not always going to be here for them, and I want them to get to know the Lord for themselves. That way, when they get into a situation, they can call out to him and they can lean on him and he can love on them. And because he said he will never leave us nor forsake us, that he will be with us into the end of this world. I just want them to get to know who Jesus is, and that means the world to me. God is amazing. He has taught me a lot, and I'm so grateful. Nobody can take that from me. That's something that can't nobody take, is my relationship with the Lord and the stuff that the Lord has taught me. But I just wanted to get on here and be obedient and share, me and my daughter's testimony about her dad. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but from time to time I do pray for him, because we all need prayer. We all need the Lord. But yeah, that's all. Alright, well, I love you guys. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed, continue to keep God first. God bless.